the enormous turnip, or James and the giant peach, or even Jack and the beanstalk. I love giant things. Imagine planting a bean and it growing to a giant beanstalk. I thought I might try and plant some beans. Do you think these beans would work? I might grow a windy beanstalk. Get it? Naughty me. Well, there's definitely a giant in today's Mazin Miracle. Let's hand over to my friend Davy.
Hi everyone, I'm going for a ride on a giraffe today because I want to see how tall I can be. Oh look, here it comes. I've chosen today's Mazin Miracle because there's a boy called Davy like me. Hello, nice to see you.
There were once two armies. The baddies were called the Philistines. Boo! And the goodies were called the Israelites.
Yay!
Now the Philistines had a champion fighter called Goliath. He was 3 meters tall and wore a lot of bronze armour. He did a lot of shouting, "Wah-ah-ah-ah!" and he shouted mainly at the Israelites. He challenged them to defeat him. "If someone can defeat me, we will all become your servants. But no one can defeat me! Wah-ah-ah-ah!" The Israelites were very afraid. Goliath was huge. How could anyone defeat him? Now, over in Bethlehem, there was a boy called David, and he was a shepherd and looked after his father's sheep. Meh, meh. David's father Jesse came along and said, "Cheese! Cheese, David! What do we want cheese for, Dad? You need to take some over to your brothers fighting in the Israelite army, please." "Okay, Dad. Sure thing." So David packed up some delicious munchies to take to his brothers over in the Israelite army. "Here are, guys. Here's some cheese from Dad." "Oh, thank you. That's lovely, that. Yum, yum, in my tub." Now, while David was giving out the cheese, he heard Goliath. "Wah-ah-ah-ah!" "Oh, I can defeat him," said David. "Don't be silly," said the Israelites. "You're a little boy. There's no way you can do that." "Well, I can with God's help." Now, it just so happens that the king heard David talking and said, "You think you can defeat that Goliath?" "Yes, of course I can," said David. "Well, you can't go out in that little dress thing. Wait a minute, I'll just fetch my armour." So the king brought some armour to David. David had a look at it. He tried to try it on, but "It's just too big. I don't need that armour," he said. "All I need is my sling and some stones." "Oh, all right then, if you think you can, you jolly well get on with it, thank you." So David picked up some stones that were by the river. He then took his sling and he started to swing it above his head. He whizzed it and whizzed it. He walked closer to Goliath, whizzing his sling. "Wah-ah-ah-ah!" said Goliath. "A tiny boy? You can't defeat me. You're not important enough." But David didn't listen. He called out to God. He asked for his help. He whizzed the stone and out it flew and boom, hit Goliath on the head and down he fell with a bang. Goliath was defeated. David had killed him. Hip, hip, hooray! Well done, David!
Ooh, wasn't Davy brave? I'm not sure I could be that brave. Wasn't God amazing to help him? Oh, no! Here comes that giraffe again. I don't like being that tall. Got to go. Bye!
What another amazing miracle! Can you imagine Goliath with his helmet on and his sword and his shield and his shouting? It would have been scary, wouldn't it? And you know, Goliath was 3 meters tall. that is really tall. I think I'd have been scared, wouldn't you? Now, imagine being David. David was just a shepherd boy. He looked after his father's sheep and he would protect them from lions and wolves and bears. Oh, he's a nice bear, actually. But he did a great job, David, and he would just use his sling and his stone. He'd whiz it above his head and the stone would come out, and that's how he defeated Goliath. But David was so small compared to Goliath. He was so brave, wasn't he? And he was very important. Even though he was little, he was very important to God. Now, all these years later, do you know something? You are a VIP, a very important person. Say that to yourself. I am a very important person. Now, your talent might not be defeating bears or having to fight wolves or having to fight lions. Oh my goodness, it's a live one. Or you might be really good at doing some drawing. You might be really good at making Lego models, and you might be really good at giving someone a great big hug. All those things are so important to God. And there's a verse in the Bible that says, you are young, but do not let anyone treat you as if you're not important. Be an example to show the believers how they should live. You can do very important things for God. Now, if you'd like to read more about David, put on your Bible reading glasses and you can read more about him in 1 Samuel chapter 17. Right, I'm off to get another cuddle. Bye!